Carmelo be in Houston?
It depends on whether or not he can ditch his ego, Skip. It depends on how much Carmelo is willing to help himself. Skip, I believe in their absolute prime, D-Wade was every bit of the player that Carmelo Anthony was. D-Wade...
I think he was better, but go ahead.
Okay.
But I understand.
Let's just say for the sake of argument, he was better.
Okay.
D-Wade says, you know what, I'm not the same player. Got no problem coming off the bench. If that's where I can best help the basketball team, so be it. Carmelo has in his mind that he's still that same guy. And what happened is that there's a guy in his class that still happens to be the best player in the NBA, Skip. He's like, well, given the right sort of circumstances, I can be that.
Yep.
Carmelo, you were. You was every bit the one-on-one. You scoring, led the league in scoring, I think. You second in MVP voting, but your teams weren't winning. So now you get an opportunity to go to a team that could possibly win, but it's predicated on doing a lot of different things. They need you to come off the bench. But Skip, how far has he fallen? OKC thought he was the missing piece. They come to realize you're not. Atlanta Hawks, Skip, they have nobody. As a matter of fact, they hadn't had anybody since they had Dominique. And Dominique been gone a long, long time. They say, nah, don't even worry about coming here. We're going to buy you out. Skip, really, Skip? You're talking about 11, 12-time All-Star. A guy that's won gold medals. And this is what his career. So what are they telling you?
That's hitting bottom.
Yes. Carmelo, you need to say, you know what? If this is what I am, I'm going to be the best. Lou Williams, you're not getting that award next year. Eric Gordon, you're not getting that award next year. I'm going to be sixth man of the year. Because that's my role. This is the way I'm going to help a team. Because we've seen some of the all-time greats do it. Bill Walton. Skip, he was the finals MVP. He was an MVP of the league. So was Bob McAdoo. These guys were Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
So it can be done, but Carmelo has to swallow his pride, realize that he's not the Melo of 5-6 years ago, and he can help a team. But if he's unwilling, if he only sees himself as a guy that's getting 20 shots a night, and the sixth man would be great for him because he's more apt to be able to play iso ball with the second unit as opposed to being out there with Harden and Chris Paul.
Yep. So I'm with you on Melo, but before I address Melo completely, I want to address Dennis Schroeder going to Russell Westbrook. I like Dennis Schroeder's game because there's a lot to like. He's an explosive little player.
Yeah.
I'm going to go so far as to say he's a poor man's Russell Westbrook. But speaking of swallowing egos and pride, he's going to have to do the same thing in Oklahoma City. And if he does, they're going to have something because I'm going to remind you, he scored 41, did Dennis Schroeder, last year at Utah when they were one of the best, the top two defensive teams in the league. At Utah, he scored 41 in March when they were really riding high on the defensive end. He had a 34-point game. He had a 33-point game, albeit for a bad Atlanta team. He was all that they had.
He can play, Skip.
He can play. He doesn't defend much, but he can play. So can he become what Reggie Jackson was for a while to Durant and Westbrook, which is that guy, that sixth man, that off the bench? Can he just spell Russell or occasionally play some minutes with Russell where they're just lighting it up with the two of them running the break?
But therein lies your problem.
Okay.
What happened? Reggie Jackson says, no, I'm more than that.
He said, I'm better.
Dennis Schroeder has been a starter, and he's like...
At least Schroeder got his money because he's scheduled to make $15.5 million for the next 3 years, which is a lot. Like Oklahoma City, they might want to move him on because that ownership, for reasons they don't want to pay this big luxury tax. I don't blame them, but they should have paid the luxury tax for James Harden. No. Not for Melo, not for Schroeder, but for James Harden, you should have went in the luxury tax. So I'm going to say this one more time about Carmelo. I like him personally a lot. He's fun to be around. He's a very smart man. He's got his fingers in all kinds of businesses. He's done extremely well for himself off the basketball court. But he is deluding himself on the court because you're right. He came out in LeBron's class, and he is the flip side of LeBron because LeBron kept himself in supreme physical condition. He seems to even get stronger with age just physically, and LeBron went the other way. He's got the proverbial piano on his back. He just looks heavy and ground-bound to me, and he's lost his explosiveness, and I think he lost his edge. I think he lost his taste for basketball. Now he plays because everybody expects him to be Carmelo. I don't know if he loves the game the way he used to love the game. So Houston's in dire need of 3-and-D guys. If you lose Ariza and Mbah a Moute, Melo's the opposite of that. D, no,
No D.
there's no D. And threes, he's more of a 2-point jump shooter than a 3-point shooter. He made 36% of his threes. He's okay. But, you know, Houston, their whole philosophy is geared around bombing threes.
Right, and that's not what Melo is, because they tried to make him into a catch and shoot or a spot up three-pointer. That's not what he is. And that's what Houston, that's what they are, Skip. Chris Paul penetrate, kick it to a three. James Harden penetrate, either finish at the rim or kick it to a three. So Melo, you're gonna have to adjust your game.
Yep.
And I know it's hard, Skip. He's in year 16. He's been the guy. And for the most part, with the exception of what? Last year, he's always been the best player on his team. So everything flowed through him. If I need 25 shots, got it. Need 30, got it. 22, got it. Those days are over.
And yet, last year, Thunder Nation said, we got Melo. And now Rockets Nation, I'm pretty sure, is going to say, we got Melo.
Yes.
No, you don't got Melo.
No.
You don't got that Melo.
No, you got Carmelo.
Yes.
You ain't got Melo.
Yep.
You got Carmelo.
Yep,
There's a difference. The Nuggets and the Knicks early on had Melo.
They had Melo.
You got something else.
And by the way, Carmelo, for all of his basketball gifts, in the playoffs, he's 25 and 47. So he has not been a difference maker who could lift a team, carry a team, the way LeBron has carried through the East.
You know what, Skip? And I'm really giving the benefit of the doubt, because early on playing in the West, you got to go through Shaq. You got to go through Kobe and Gasol and all those. Okay, I give you that. But you got to win something. I mean, you got to win a couple of series.
Nope.
He had that one series that he had. They went to the Western Conference Finals when they had Chauncey Billups, they had Kmart. But after that, Skip, it's really been...
He got to the one conference.
Right.